Look at me standing before you. All Ghanaians, look at me.
How old are you?
I'm 32 years old now.
And how long have you been here?
I've been in prison for 13 years. I came to prison when I was 19 years old.
What brought you into prison?
It was a suspect murder. They suspected me of killing my own grandmother, which is not true.
Did you do it?
I didn't do it.
Ebusiafo me mamu ina akwa aba e de ba Freemind family enne topic no eye arewosem kese pa na ansa na mekoso no mameni kan enkai wo se wo Facebook your page your Facebook and the eye Freemind family yes also Facebook groups you say groups no aba be mienu nia edi kan no eye Freemind family official group ena nia etoso mienu no eye fans of Freemind family into betimi adjoin any one of them. After so say who on Instagram Freemind family and Twitter for so Freemind family. It message say mon follow Freemind family on all these social media handles and you beat me use the power of social media to inform, to educate, to enlighten and to spread the message of consciousness. After so no yesa and so a WhatsApp group into we are interested in joining. I beat me up number and our contact Freemind family send you beat me edewo aka ho. Ebusiafo Abranti bi anidin Abdula Mohammed or say afi 2009 sa amre no na or 15 years sa amre afi 2009 na or 15 years no judge bi sentence no to 25 years imprisonment adan a ye say wakwako wia Ghana sika a 10 cedis suspected enya sasa bi omunya evidence mpo na omugina so e di jail no omo say suspected say we are 10 cedis enti judge no ejina so ejele no for 25 years imprisonment ebusia yare hosem eni enyan ti ebusia yenhwe ho video na seria as usual ya to aso yenhwe video no
Abranti anidin ene Abdula Mohammed etwemu kire adom kase se eye afi apimienu ene enkrum 2009 ena obi ede krono eto ne so ewo kumase aboabo se wawie ni sika Ghana cedi edu a eye 10 cedis we enam so ema asem no ekodi asenibia ewo kumase otemwofo a wetena asem ne so ehye se Abdula Mohammed asabre no wadi mfie edu enum no wonfa ne nkoto afiase aduonu enum Abdullah edesa ensemi ato adom kase enim na sei ena wa
2009 June and assembly year. That time I'm 15 years. Now ka America Caribbean manya 16 years. You know, me free Abuabu station, kwa Abuabu. And my name me sister B and kwa Abuabu. You know, ye kono na share Dogomba for B, Momo Dawson. No more Kadagomba Casaba, may maintain Sakasan. Until Mosi Bakunye, Omudi Casaba Kunye. Until Mukasa Bakunye, say Mimi, you'll be a bonintino, and Yadia may Jana Cobebia, Antino, Omuso Mimu, a Casaba Kunye, and I may say Bakunye is a saying. No, Messiah, Omunia, Yajinisika. Awa Brona Shasian or Mobomia and Modimicoma police. Police station me da 5 days and on be me. A bisame say a dear mini wine a quiet a quaje Nipanisican. And I see I didn't buy now or say, men can cry womb as sending. Intino or shall say Bisamia or the pen nipipa betual or bachelor. Until the make a beer no the ruler a bombing. Se men kan okra na nkonfo ne se me ka ho ne akwaje obi sika men kan okra na odi rula ya de e bomi tirim
nipa no e ka sika dodo a muji free ne nsama into o ma ye be che ukọ post station
me ankasa no minim agi property a o modi mi call police station tama adi me call court na me ya de me ko hu se sinti na ye me ya de e di me aba ayi ansa na me hu asam ni mu kan kana me minim de e koso. Yeah. Okay. Until from then no and CIG no eka say Jamaica no me transfer until no wodi mbeko court. Until from that day no 4 days back on and wodi me head e call court. Come say you. Oh no me call remand. Until remand no me call court. First day na me call eno baako nti me call mienu kan ho na omo jeli me Me call court me nu ka first one na me call na manye 3 no mo DJ me. That time na Maura July mo amanya 16 years.
Na aseni bia honom jaja wodi asem no e den poti no di gina so ejelu na yejeli wo sen emfie sen.
Onu de o say wo hwehwe case ni mu menji for ba bia by robbing case emba na nyim nsapan enkon nsapan nti no o ka say obejeli me menti ase amemba ya appeal ena o ma me 25 years.
Ne maame ani din ene hagea na mawu echirima ebra asemi esiye na watu kwan nanso obete se ye de ne babema atomu emfi aduonu enum no wo pe aloyafo senka obeboa no ama na di ne ba no asem nanso wode ni sika ema aloyafo akopemu se ne hu sika nyina esan a asem no wo hu se wontimi eni achire ebiem
se esudie ya so abre sister tinso se si akura yi so bi ya so yembre akura na eso de ya so dise nyankopon kwa na yebere na edo ye de awodi ayemaye ebere sister fa bibia fa ya adwene fa ke ye maye ma adwene se me de ade aye me ba no enye me na nya firi nyankopon nti nyame na eda nase up to now no the last one me baba kamisa ye de nyame ase ye mfa na adwene bia nya ehwe ye bibia na me se nyankopon na ye nyankopon na di asem ne baaye
odi asempa kwaku mensa na woye ensenthroni a asem ye to Abdala wati bi na ensem sei na odi ato adom kase anim efa sansemi ho
nkasa de ma ebeto odwane na ye enkomo ya mene me colleagues bi na edie ewo fie ana sa issue ebe pm say abema bi ya at that time ya na ye disanko no 15 years ya sika 10 cedis nti ye de na kokoto jail 25 years so imeti asem no in fact na e ha adwen Ghana hansomra wa ha obi o 15 years the infant so juvenile ya nkamra kwa so kra ne be ye na mpo so waye bone kra ne be punish na enye ba bia ye de ne koto ye ne ho na se ye de ko tena ba sa no mene corruption watch for efa adwen se no asemi se de esi akosie nie na emu oya na o ma menom ne opapa nso atam so na menya hu obi a nti akwan be ne be fa so a ebetumi aboa ama iya to yi
adwumaku a wondin ene corruption watch nti dala chirema sabre ya aloya foi atimi aboa ama na befi no na brabo nyina aye basa ne sa nti obi biara opese oboa no no onfa ne moa emfa momo number 0591472889 0591472889 na wontimi emfambie barbering shop
ebusia merura ho ye pa merura ho na akwada na wadi eye emfie 15 years de sa akwada no oye juvenile ana say yenka ne say oye minor sa amre no crowd me say onye obi a ohyeda enim ne left and right it is saafo no krampo no sign na emra no esi ekafa omo ho in terms say ebia ye che omo for any criminal activity assign na emra no etitie ebusua me duoduo mu na me ye me research kakra bi na information mensa eka ye no ebusua mame ene mo enhye se de be ya mo nyina no mo betimi ate asem no asiye ebusua and I read the minimum age of criminal responsibility in Ghana is 7 years. However, between 7 and 12 years a child cannot be prosecuted if he has not attained sufficient maturity to judge the nature and consequences of his conduct. Now, the juvenile court process is only available to juveniles who are defined as being under 17 years of age. Nesenia emrano can say ansa na ibetimi ahodi abofra bi responsible for a criminal activity no just wadi emfie a free 7 years ekwakosi up to 17 years. Now even from 7 years to 17 years no crampo no between the age of a year 7 years and 12 years crampo no yentimi prosecute no yentimi enjeli no unless say omo edi kan approve say ebia na dwen ene ne intelligence no matured enough nti yentimi holding over sa ade na oyeye no. And now say kasa juvenile for and say 17 years and below, they are seen as juvenile. As in the case of Abrantia Abdula Mohammed issue 15 years na or a juvenile. As for no crumble say a chiwamu punase ebia ye betwe omo aso ye wo juvenile court ayo omo ko na afis no. Yes a enso juvenile place of punishment I also ye de omo ko. Now so in this case of Abrantia no information me one say sebi ye de no kwa to mpanimfo prison oni mpanimfo na ko demo for judge no sentencing for 25 good years. Onkonko them for infie mako 25 just because yes say we are 10 cedis. Abusia hwɛ in as much as we want justice in the country no. Yepe justice no nchese say bi yento ye conscience any ye common sense any ye nimdeɛ no ento mu baby just because we want justice. Abranti judge kura or sentencing to 25 years imprisonment to sa judge no sa mrin ko si jailing no e ma judge na mu ko dem na sebi or dem wie or dem wie na so pia obesua sebi nyansa na next time obesua ekwan a obesi afaso aye na djuma se yache abrantie bi e de na brew in the first place grandpa no abrantie ne submission cross say yache no boys no kra bo no kakra sa ade no kra that thing of instant justice in Ghana no mesrese ye nyai emoa. Instant justice is only practiced in a barbaric society, in a society which is not organized, in a chaotic society. And I almost practice instant justice because what you be at that moment I watching nipa is suspected in law according to law. That person is seen as a look in law. Even if you you are still a suspect until court proves you guilty. And son about convicted. Oh, in Tuchi will be a nipa no suspected. Say eye no kre say enya no kre unim until investigations are conducted. It is nipa no onfa emra enhye wonsem emmo no entreaty no anyhow you want. But in Ghana yet me say krofo ni ache no ni appetite bi de gu ne so ni ahye no ni akuni ya sa de no me nyai. Who are we involved in doing that? No say someday and I say Chinebi can be your turn because menam krom na say krofo anybody at all can be taken. Just like that, or suspected to both na ya chine kuno just like that. It is hard no mestre say muma ye nya Ghana emwa na ya che akwada wadi 15 years na ye de no ababeji na wo judge wanim na wo judge no wo enya evidence bia solid evidence bia enyina so amfa njeli no even say wo de nbeko juvenile prison kura wo enya solid evidence bia enyina so amfa mu aten na wankasa wo bie wanu akasa wo de ya the robbery case ba wani ma enkokwa enti whether evidence or no evidence what me agina so ajeli abofra no 25 good years ebusia sa judge we samrin ko so dem na human right for and as journalist for the omo ho agim na say yetime yi abrantie na and they are asking for mobile money. You see, this is how ignorant we are. This is not the time to ask for mobile money. This boy should be a millionaire by now. This young boy should be a millionaire by now. It's not about mobile money. How much is Ghanaian going to send you? Because you don't know your right. Also, you go school. Instead of the government and the school system to teach us our rights in school, no, they rather teach us religious books which do not add any value to our lives. You find the average Ghanaian who does not even know his right as a citizen. Because we don't know the constitution, we don't know our right. All we know is Abraham. At the age of say Mary, Mame, Saint Joseph, you know him Bethlehem, and Sani man reciting of Basa. We don't know our right as citizens in the country. When you're wrongful conviction as they say, the state should be able to compensate this poor boy. It's not about mobile money from the public. The state should be able to compensate this poor boy. The judge should be held accountable and liable. Judge Okrona will jail in be. Now look at what it can be my brand here no and they starting a life, master in a life. 15 years a day no him. Abofra when they 15 years, on him the left and right in po. A day no him at the age of 15 years. For common tendency this meanwhile why you memo to via Ghana scam billions of Ghanaian cedis and they are roaming on the street free. Why you me? Nam one to me book Ghana for job music deep free. Nam one yes I hailing no. Nam one is going scot free. People are stealing. Our big men or our so-called big men and our politicians are stealing and wrecking the nation, extorting and milking the nation dry using only pen. Only pen. They just sign a signature and millions of dollars or billions of cedis run through the accounts, and these guys are going scot-free. Now we are common 10 cedis. What is 10 cedis in Ghana? What is 10 cedis? Now we judge chrono sebi enti muniba. Onye papa, are you not a father? To look at this poor 15-year-old boy and jail him 25 good years. If he will pay every prison, how old will he be? 40 years. At a Bonnie Bain. Boga, Bonnie Bain. Bonnie Bain. You see, this is how wicked we are towards each other. This is how wicked black people are towards each other. We are in Ghana, Krampono. Say you could chase sebi. Yanka say you call for omuye galamsey. Look at how we treat them. Now you bomb asum. Now you boy anyhow. Now you treat you anyhow. Meanwhile, you China for now. We give them respect. I saw a picture which was circulating on social media some time ago. I was trying to find it, but sadly I couldn't get it. Now you China for. Yes, actually Ghana for omu na yase omu ye galamsey. It's not China for no. Yama omu akonya omu teso na Ghana for ne de omu tete form. Which kind of people are we? Which kind of people are we? Ye tan ye ho sa, ye do abrofo, ye do foreigners na ye tan ye ho sa. E de be pa ne haye. This is not a time for mobile money. Mr. Look, I want some lawyers and the human rights activists to come in to fight for to fight for justice for this boy. The nation should be able to compensate this boy for all these years that he has been behind bars. The nation should compensate. Abucha is a millionaire. I'm telling you, Abucha, this boy is a millionaire. We are lifting the family. Yet again, and you are on TV, you are on radio asking for mobile money. What about them for all these years from 2009 to 2020? And you are lucky to come out because some very good journalists came to your defense, and you are there on TV asking for mobile money. How much is Ghanaians going to? You see, this is the real ignorance play in our society. This is the real ignorance play in our society. In the Messenger government, let us reshuffle our educational system. It's a say which age and Jesus, which age was he baptized? And na Yesu mame the same, and na Abraham, and na Moses, or Johnny free Egypt, and na all those useless stories which have no relationship or which has no bearing in our life. Yentre constitution, yentre your culture, na yentre sabi, and your mind bet me improve the life of the average Ghanaian. It bet me ama the average Ghanaian the human right, the basic human rights we've got to know, and we are supposed to know right from the start. Because the difference between the rights are, and it may be a patriotic citizen, by any means right, we don't even know the country we are living in. Sad, sad, and now Mamma Noka, and I mean say Rade, and I be nyami. Where was God when the poor boy was being convicted? Where was God? Wrongful conviction. Emra, year sentence a 15-year-old boy. Where was the God that the woman was confessing? Where was that God? Where was he? You see, this is how you did nyami, and I keep telling you that in this country, it's not about nyami. It's not about say I believe in God or I believe in Jesus or whatever. Say unya sem na say uniska, as in the case of this poor boy. I mean, there are a lot of innocent people serving sentences in our prisons. They have been convicted wrongly, but it's say lawyers they are serving their sentence. Where is that God? Nyankopona yes oye kamafo Nyankopona he is there for the poor people. Nyankopona sabi okania ontimi nkasa asem emano no sa nyame no way concern prison akoshe ko James Fort prison akoshe ko Ankafo prison akoshe. A lot of innocent people are rotting behind bars. And you are there na nyame. If you no kwampo or death row, they have been sentenced to death. President obe sign keke ama yaku omo no, nobody is able to sign. Meanwhile so munai omo and they are rotting in jail. They are rotting. Yensho video yi.
I'm here to talk to some of the leaders to find out some of the problems they go through at this facility. And as you can see, there are some very old and in critical condition.
I'm doing well, but not all that good.
Why not all that good?
As you can see, our situation is not easy to be at this place. First of all, good afternoon to all Ghanaians who are watching us. We thank you for your time. We are standing here before you as our brothers, mothers, sisters, families, and everything, humbly pleading to you to take part justice with mercy on our behalf. President Nana Akufo-Addo, we really know that you came for all Ghanaians. We are humbly pleading to you. Look at the young boys here who have been sentenced to death. 20 years, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27 to 30, 40 years. And some of them are even 70 years old. We are still on death row. And one most painful thing is that when you've been sentenced to death, you are going to spend 10 years on the death row. After that, when amnesty comes, the prison officers will take you to life imprisonment. And then you will spend 20 years for that. After the 20-year sentence, they will give you another 10-year sentence to be served. And as for that, it's not consistent. It can happen that a president will take over or something will take over, and the amnesty is supposed to become will delay for maybe 2 years or 1 year. It will cost you maybe 13 or 12 years for condemned blood before moving to the main year, which is life imprisonment. But what I know in Ghana Constitution is that I'm not a law practitioner. But what I know in Ghana Constitution is that apart from court, no one can impose sentence on anyone. So we don't understand the reason why. If the government said those on death row have been pardoned, the prison officers will take here to yard for a life sentence of 20 years. 10 years. Before the 10 years, they will give you 20 years to serve before you go home. Officer, look at me standing before you. All Ghanaians, look at me.
How old are you?
I'm 32 years old now.
And how long have you been here?
I've been in prison for 13 years. I came to prison when I was 19 years old.
What brought you into prison?
It was a suspect murder. They suspected me of killing my own grandmother, which is not true.
Did you do it?
I didn't do.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You see, these guys are rotting behind bars. Ye bua omo comfort. Now so obi ani ho why ready say obe kum omo, and they are rotting in prison. Now muntumi nku omo, I mean munyai omo. By this time they have learned their lessons. Leave them to go and continue or to go and enjoy the little life that they have left. Omo go prison rotti sa. I'm go prison rotis and so you're paying for no we are huge sums of money banking all those money abroad. You're paying for no milking the country dry. You're paying for no Irish country now sebi don't pay no pono and nobody is doing anything to them. If NDC is in power and people say they are corrupt as soon as they get power they are unable to prosecute even a single person. The same thing if NPP is also in power and this would do the same thing, but when they come to power they will not be able to prosecute even a single person. Time and now NPP opposition, they were accusing NDC of stealing of whatever, and now Omunya to me ask yourself, say, have they been able to prosecute even a single person? Yeah, Martin Ebidu, Minister for Prosecution, what has he been able to do? Won't prosecute even a single person. This show share. These two parties are like Che one and Eba. They are all in the same game. They dine together, they eat together. When it's time for election, they divide the people to win their votes and they continue to feed together. Abusia, Mama Sebi Yama Dini Jumao. It's not about Nyami. What you reason also Nyami Beka was Mama Wamia, Washia, Ube Unkwasi, Ube dem of Bra Nanka Sebi La Onya Shimpo, Yebechuatum. Because also nyame na ye come for enye nyame na ye nipa come for good lawyers and then nipa come for money and kasa money pa sika and kasa money pa and uniska Ghana ye chiwa wasmebobo uniska ye chiwa Ghana wasmebobo and these guys are rotting in prison. Don't we have feelings for human being? Sabi ye need timama nipa. We have feelings for foreigners more than ourselves. That is how the black man hates himself. That is why I keep saying, the first enemy of the black man is the black man, is himself. Ya ye ho atamfo, ye bu ye ho, na ye ku ye ho, na ye chi ye ho hwe enso ye hu broni dia yes amasa. Ye hu broni dia ye frisi ye hu nyankopon. What is wrong with the brain of the black man? What is wrong with the brain? Dear pa ne habibini. Odwen ho kra wonti ase. Dear pa ne habibini. And look at the nature of our prisons. Look at the nature of the Ghanaian prison. Take a look.
Country's prisons now have an inmate population of 15,000 without a corresponding expansion in facilities to accommodate the large numbers.
The nature of our prison, You see the nature of our prison. The black man has got no sympathy for the black man. The black man has got no love for the black man. The black man has got no feelings for his or her fellow black person. Look at our prisons, natural Abrofo prisons. Abrofo prisons, baby, you'll be forced to have a change of mind. It's not about the harsh condition of the prison. And there be how we treat them when they are in prison. How we welcome them. How we try to transform their mind and mentality. And it misses and then the harsh conditions of the prisons. Now your prison nipa boa peso ho your prison basa tan e bi that form obe free prison puno na se bi why condemn. Obe prison na wanya yare kura na sabi na dwe kura no is no more useful to the society. And then why are we like this? Why are we like this? You see, that is why nature is not blessing black people, and black people will keep suffering and suffering and suffering because they don't understand how nature works. We treat each other basa. We treat nature basa. Ye try dua ye nwe ho, ye ku aboa ye nwe ho. Akra na me baby kura aboa nya ne hwempo a. No atam boa, no atam aboa no. You see, we don't love nature. We don't love ourselves. Therefore, nature will always be against us. That is why we are suffering. That is why we don't see prosperity in whatever we do, because the black man has been cursed. The black man has been cursed by his own foolishness and stupid mentality and his own attitude to nature. You don't understand how nature works, eh? You guys don't understand how nature works. If you want nature to be on your side, if you want nature to back you in an unexplainable way, love nature. Let me give you the secret. Learn how to help people, learn how to give, learn how to love. Not only loving human beings, love the animals. Love the trees, love everything you see around you, because we are all interconnected. Without the tree, there will be no human life. Animals and the trees and everything we see around us are all playing a role to make sure that the human life is sustained on this planet. You understand my point? They forgot a role. That's why we say the day the last tree dies, the last man will equally die, because the trees provide us with the oxygen we need to breathe, and we equally provide them with the carbon dioxide they need to sustain themselves. Therefore, we interdepend on each other. In the present nature, love everything you see around you. If you want to love God, love His creation, because you don't see that God. Even if you have to believe in the existence of a God, you don't see that God, but you see His creation. Therefore, to love that God is to love His creation. Simple philosophy. Black people don't want to get it. Black people don't want to understand. And you see the white man who can go to the bush and see the antelope with a broken leg, see the kangaroo with a broken leg, and bring the kangaroo to the lab to fix the leg for the kangaroo, and take the kangaroo back to the wild to go and live his life. Anywhere who sabi kangaroo na watch to born kuno sane be ya wetimi awini nam no. Won is abroni no, why na nature insra no. Won is abroni no, aboa onya ohwe kura wo tam ebo de bono no. Won is abroni no, o sabi odomoa ohwe moa ye no. Won is abroni no, why na nature insra no. That is why the white people keep progressing and they will keep progressing. What is wrong with the brain of the black man? Boga, mama, yen sorry why? Ghana is rotten. Ghana is say your system biya nye papa. No system is working in Ghana. Oko passport office are boy, over her boy, your prisons boy, your justice system boy, over her where you cancer schools boy, hospitals boy. Yen scrapping all the unnecessary things from the system. Religious and moral education is useless. Sabi broni no the Bible ne bra okra. King James mu na broche no more. King James and a good news version and whatever version. Their headquarters are in Europe and US and all these places. Their headquarters are not in Africa. Bible no kanya black history be name, African history be name, African name be name. Angel be anywhere your friend kweku. Angel be anywhere your friend kwesi. Oma amode sa book no bre wo Oma amode sa book no bre ene omo read those books in their schools. Ene broni na ode Bible ebe share wo nsem ene broni no wo say Bible no sabi eso ni mfa so ehun hia enti on kire Bible no po on schools. The white man who brought you the Bible is not trying so hard to create a new generation of people who don't believe in the Bible, people who will not rely on the Bible but to be critical thinkers, to be able to impact society positively. Yet ana bibia na nyamesom ene nyame okakọ dem for almost 11 years. Where be out when nyame na bibia nyame where was God? Where was that God? Why couldn't that God come to your defense? Why couldn't that God help you when you were being jailed? It will waste 11 years. Look, and the human life, your life expectancy cramp no air back from because of the food we eat and because of the environment we are living in. It will waste even a year cramp no is not easy. How much more to waste 11 good years? Now, the government is nowhere to be found to compensate this boy, to give this boy a new beginning, a new life, and they are on TV asking for mobile money from Ghanaians. You see the kind of country we are living in? Country basa, nothing seems to be working. Bogus country, shithole country like this. You see the kind of country we are living in? Bogus country. Ghana. That is why it's very easy. It's very easy to destroy black people, because black people themselves will help you destroy them. Black people. The easiest race to destroy on this planet, on this planet Earth, is to destroy black people, because black people will help you destroy black people. Yet bibini hu ne yonko bibini a asene asade wo hu ne tamfo bibini hu ne yonko bibini a those of you living this in US and in UK and all these places, you know, sometimes you meet your fellow Ghanaian as if he has not even seen you. Raise your betty sir, meanwhile we are nothing. Oh, abroche na wo di pa into adwene you say you are on top of the world. Na nia oma o pa no di yen so ne den wo di pa nti say we are big. Nia oma o pa no di yen so ono so nka de we share the near broche krampo as we hu ni near rocky shoulders. Me my betis which kind of people are we? Oh my yes so ya dwen why? Ne we asene economy, I keep saying say we asene economy. Ti we asene economy, let us change our mindset. Yeah, change our mindset. We will continue to remain the most backward race on this planet, the most discriminated and the most disrespected race on this planet, and nothing is going to change until we change our mindset. Until we prove ourselves that we are equally worthy of respect. Nobody's going to respect us. I want our justice system to work. I want justice for this poor boy. This poor boy doesn't need to be on TV asking for mobile money. The government and the judicial system should be able to compensate this boy. And the judge who sentenced this boy to 25 years in prison should be held accountable for wrongful judgment, wrongful conviction with no evidence. So say the robbery case about Menima and Kokwa. Look at this kind of mentality. Into whether evidence or no evidence and Kokwa. So you just want to jail the person. What kind of judge are you? You must be ashamed of yourself wherever you are. You must be ashamed of yourself. Bow your head in shame wherever you are. We can't run a country like this. We can't run a country like if we are in a jungle. We are human beings. Let us begin to behave like human beings. We are not animals. Excuse me to say. Which kind of people are we? Which kind of people is the black person? We've got no eyes for beauty. We've got no standards. We've got no dignity. We've got nothing. Nothing at all. Over 54 countries in Africa. None of these countries can even be classified as a developed country. And you are happy in Africa. You are in Africa. We are blessed. Blessed from what? Blessed with what? Blessed with what, I ask you? Resources because oma bibini all the resources awama bibini nyansan akwai se woma obi aduane na so nipa no onia no wama no anoa odi bedidi. So what is the use of the food? Sebi odi be rade hwinim ti nyame a oma bibini all the resources na so wama bibini nyansan no sa nyame no wabo bibini abro pa wabo bibini abro arehosem to maybe this kind of issues ejuma we wan hwe me nyai kra wan hwe kra me nya pressure man nyai wan hwe me nya pressure e de be o man na bibi basa ase e de o man ni which kind of country is this? And we expect Ghanaians to be proud of this country. We expect Ghanaians to be patriotic to this country. A country which doesn't care, which doesn't love the citizens. American the entire US country will not rest until that American is rescued. Now, so 1,000 Ghanaians can go and lock up somewhere and nobody gives a damn, nobody cares. And you'll sit up and demonstrate and say Black Lives Matter. Does your own life matter to you? Does your own life matter to you? Shameful people, bow down your heads in shame. Most backward and most primitive race, bow down your heads in shame. Failures, poor people, poverty-stricken people, poor mentality, poor spiritually, poor physically, poor everything. Backwards people. Justice for the boy, justice for Mohammed Abdallah, justice for him. The nation should do something about the situation of this poor boy. It's not about mobile money. The country should be able to compensate this boy. That's what I'm saying. Compensate him. But jelly ni pana betra kaze mobile money. Why don't you come mobile money? Do something for the boy. Let the boy start his life on a fresh page. Shameful people, shameless people. Me do as I say wash me. Me do as I say what me. My name is John Freemind and you're part of the Freemind family. And see you in my next video. Have a nice day, have a lovely day. Peace bless up. Bye.